Good morning all. I just wanted to do this station path again. The last one I put on was pretty bad, so I wanted to do it again, using the old DJI Action 4, so hopefully it's going to be pretty good. Not as much wind this morning. In fact, there's no wind this morning, so I'm hoping later on I'm going to get the drone up, maybe do a bit of flying around the village later, see how we go with that. Got lots to do today, although it's not the last Sunday before Christmas. Got a very busy weekend next weekend, so we've got quite a lot to do today, shopping wise and what have you. Anyway, I digress and I'm boring you, I'm sure. So the station path, you'll have seen from the original video, used to be sort of a single sort of gravel path, as it were, so it wasn't great, but this is completely different and, you know, a lot better. I think sort of twofold really. Obviously it's helping with the commuters going to and from the train station, but actually it's helping the kids who are coming from, if you like, this end of Melbourne back to Shepreth and back again, because you've probably seen on one of the previous walkthroughs I did that you can get, if you like, to MVC, which I suppose is where most of the older kids will be coming from. That'll be walking from that end of Shepreth and Meldreth. They'll be coming from there, so they'll be coming sort of from Flambards and over the railway line there, which I hate, which you'll all know if you've seen those walks. But I'm quite pleased that I'm doing this again, because during the daylight it does look completely different, and I can hear myself think, I mean, if you do get a chance to look back through my videos, just watch that video back. It wasn't the greatest quality, and my phone was having a hissy fit as well, and it recorded it all wrong, but my point is that it was rubbish. And I suppose I could say that as a person that did it, so I wanted to do it again. I haven't got the dog with me this morning because but a slightly frustrating morning. I wanted to actually go to Stansted and do some recording there of the planes taking off and landing, which I was going to enjoy, but I went there with all the best intentions, and it didn't matter what I used, whether it was my phone or whether I used the camera, I just didn't have enough light. So if I do it, it'll definitely have to be a little bit later into the morning, or maybe next year when we get lighter mornings and what have you, but I'll look into that. And if there is any interest once I start doing it, maybe I'll start doing it on a more regular basis, but that's just something for next year. Nice full moon up there. I don't know how well that's coming out on the camera, but it certainly is, and it was really bright. And that was what's annoyed me about this morning, is that I had, during the dark lanes that essentially I had to go down, they were beautifully lit up, and I thought, oh, it's going to be amazing at the airport. No, it definitely wasn't. It was pitch black. I saw a security guard who was walking, and it was just a total waste of time. So you live and learn. You know, I've been very fortunate with most of the things I've done as a work, but that was not great. Anyway, so we're coming up to the train station at Meldreth. On this side that we're on is the London bound line. On the other side it's Cambridge. Now, something to bear in mind about this station and a couple of the others sort of locally, excluding Royston, is if there are 4 trains leaving London, only 2 will stop here. So it is important that you also do check the timetables and what have you, because, as I say, I know when I've been leaving London sometimes this would be the station I would rather get off at, but quite often, to give us more choice, I'll go to Royston, park up there, and then go back into there, because you get more choice, as I say. So, in fact, one of the things I'm doing with James, Monday week, he's going up to London, and that's exactly what we're doing. So, yeah, I'll just walk up these steps. So here is the train station. As I say, nearest to me is the London bound, the furthest away is Cambridge. Over the bridge, and round and back round. Okay, so we'll make our way back. Bit of a whistle stop one this morning, hoping I don't see anyone. The only thing I still say about this is that they could have done something to help people with those steps. I still think they could have done something with that. Don't really know how they could have done it without really looking into it properly, but I'm sure with today's modernness, if that is the right word, they could have helped people, because you built this lovely path, so you're enticing people to come from Melbourne, and primarily it's from Melbourne to Meldreth and back, and you want them to walk because you built this lovely path. But then if you're elderly, you're buggered when you get to the steps, so then that forces you to drive your car to the car park the other side, defeats the purpose. So that's my couple of pence worth of moan, but that is a small gripe when you think about it. You know what they've done, it really is. Got a dog walker coming, so I may have to pause for a minute. It is quite cold again this morning, not as cold as it has been, as you can hear, not a lot of wind. And I've said that before, but if you've watched the old video that I did of this, you'll know what I mean. It was horrendous. Good morning, lovely morning. I've said it before and I'll say it again, and people will laugh and probably take the mickey out of me. You said that to a young person, they would look at you like you were some sort of alien. You speak to an elderly person, or the older generation, they speak to you like you are a human being. And I say that with a bit of excitement and bass in my voice, because people will know how much it frustrates me about common courtesy and manners these days. So, yes, that's made my morning actually. The little things in life. He probably doesn't realise how much he excited me. But hey ho. So we're now coming back to the underpass that goes underneath the A10. Again, I'm not sure whether they've done anything with a light in here. I'm not quite sure about that. It's very difficult because it was shut for a while and I didn't really use it. And a secret between you, me and all the other followers is the last time I walked down this path was when I was coming back from a Christmas night out in Stevenage. And I'm not going to fib to you, I was a little bit drunk, and those that know me will know I don't drink that often, and it was quite a heavy one. I survived it on the old path. There's a lot to be said for that, but it was one of them. Anyway, you don't need to know about me getting drunk, do you, really? Other than to tell you, it doesn't happen that often. So we're now getting back towards the end of the new walkway. Hopefully this has been of some interest, and I'm pleased I could do it again on a proper camera. Not that my phone isn't a proper camera, but it did throw a loopy that morning, and also with a bit better light and no wind, or very little wind. It makes a big difference with the recording. We're now coming up to 10 to 8. I've got to go and make sure Julia's up and about. We had her Christmas do last night, and I was the nominated driver, so you can tell how exciting my evening was, watching everyone else having a few too many. But they had a great time. It was a good night. And Julia definitely is like me. We very rarely drink. Might have a glass of red wine with dinner occasionally, but certainly not like last night. I was a bit concerned last night, keeping an eye on her. But anyway, a great time was had by all, and that's all there is to say about that. So I need to get home, make sure she's up, because we've got to go and pick James and Mum up for 8:30, go and have some breakfast, and then we're going out on a shopping expedition. Alright guys, if you got this far into the video, thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe, tell your friends and family. Keeps the channel growing. Couple of shorts coming out later on today, just for some new information for you. And we'll catch up soon.